some of the current Microsoft D365 Field Service AI capabilities are resource scheduling optimization, better known as RSO. This is where you optimize your scheduling. Incident type AI suggestions. So incident types are your kind of your templates for work orders, where you can say what type of work's being completed, what's being done, what products are being used, and this gives you suggestions on and improving on those. Predictive work duration. So what this does is looks at data um, as long as it looks at previous work orders, and it gives you suggestions on how long future work orders should take for that same incident type. And then IoT Alert Suggestions. This is just IoT Internet of Things, where you have actual assets collecting data on your CRM, and it's looking at monitors within the asset, and it's determining and start to look at suggesting, you know, predictive maintenance, or it's suggesting you need to go at a high priority, and this is the part that should be replaced. So we're going to look at these real quick. I know I showed these on my last presentation, but resource scheduling optimization, pretty much what this and I try to, when I explain this to clients, I try to make it easier to comprehend. So what you're looking at here is scheduling optimization. This is the schedule here. And the way I try to explain it is, if you look on the screen here, you've got a scope, you got a goal, and then you've got how often do you want it to run and everything. So this scope, what this is, and what I try to say is, this is a bucket, and that bucket is who, what, and where. Um, and what it's going to do is going to dictate what technicians the schedule should look at, what jobs it should look at, where they're located at, and also looks at their current jobs. So that's the bucket. Then you're going to have what's called the goal. That's the next item there. The goal is what you want scheduling optimization to do with that bucket. And we're going to talk through those for a second here. All right. I just froze up. All right. So first thing is the scope. So the scope, what this is, as I mentioned, this is the who, what, and where. So if you look at this, you'll see the resource view. So these are your technicians. So this is where you dictate which technicians should go into this optimization. And this can be by territory. This can be across your entire organization. However you want to dictate this optimization to run. You can have multiple schedules to run at the same time. Requirement view, these are the work orders that require technicians to go on site. And then your booking view, these are your current scheduled work for your technicians. So once you get the bucket in there, what you're going to do then is decide what to do with the bucket. So this is where you start to do your goal. So in here, as I mentioned before, and I've mentioned many times on this AI, you have to dictate what's going in so you can get an outcome of what you're looking for. With this here, you're dictating now that you have that bucket of what, you're trying to dictate what you want that bucket, well, what you want the optimization to do with the bucket. So in here, you can have different constraints in here. You can have like schedule within their working hours, meets a certain characteristic, which is skill sets. And then there's just many different constraints you could put on here. And then you have objectives. So these are what you want the optimization to do with that. So it could be, as you see here, maximize their total work hours. Of course, that means increasing their utilization. So what this optimization is going to do is try to put as many work orders as it can within the workday, as long as it meets the priorities that need to be met and meets those SLA goals. So I'm not going to get too involved in here. I just want to give you a kind of a high level of how this is constructed and show you how the data is collected in here, how it's put together, and then what you're dictating the algorithm to do within resource scheduler optimization. Another one is incident type suggestions. I kind of mentioned this earlier. This is where you just go in, you say, yeah, I want you to start tracking my incident types on all the work orders and start giving me suggestions. And as you can see in here, it gives you suggestions down here. This is adding a service, so it's saying, hey, when you do this incident type, you should have uh, this right here, this armband install that you should have that included in that incident type. Same with products. If you want, they can suggest products that should go on those incident types as well. Predictive work duration. So what's nice about this? It's collecting all that previous work orders and it's giving you a data dump of what's happening on your incident types. As you see here, it shows the incident type. This one has all types. You can dictate which incident type you want. You could have how many resources, number of bookings, and it's a data dump. So you can go in here and you can start looking at it and help decipher on how much duration you should be adding to all your incident types. And then IoT alert suggestions. I know I'm running through these really quick, but because I want to get to the new stuff that's coming out. But this IoT alert suggestions, what it is it's again another algorithm that you put in place. It's looking at everything that's coming in from your IoT alerts, and it's giving you suggestions off of that. So it's starting to look at trends and presents suggestions for you, like this one here on the right is saying it's suggesting a high priority, and then it's saying that it should be an incident type and inspect boiler for a work order that's being created whenever whenever that alert comes in. Okay.